Welcome back, friends. So we have had one of the wettest years on record here in Georgia, and a lot of times we'll get the question, what do you guys do when it's raining on your camping trip? So Brooke and I are here today to answer that question. Stay tuned.
Now we realize these are just our tips for camping in the rain, and you are experts too. So hop in that comment section and fill it up with what you do when it's raining. There's got to be tons of great tips out there that we haven't heard yet. So we'd love to see what you do when you're camping in the rain.
Absolutely. So anytime I watch a YouTube video, I go straight to the comment section afterwards, and sometimes even during,
Right.
and you get a lot of good information down there. So fill up that comment section. We want to hear from you, and so does everyone else that's watching this video. So the first thing we like to do, or at least I and the kids anyway, is get out in it. Just get out in the rain. Now, obviously, this is different if it's thundering and lightning and all that stuff, or heavy winds and you got a chance of limbs falling. But just get out in it. We generally know whether or not it's supposed to rain that weekend, so we'll pack our rain jackets, our rain boots, all of that good stuff. And to be quite honest, when you get out in the rain a little bit, you have a lot of places to yourself. So some of the busiest state parks sometimes will be almost empty, and you'll generally have them to yourself. Now, obviously, when we hike in the rain, we have to be a little bit more careful, especially with Beckett being so small, about rocks and roots and stuff like that. But get out in it. You're not going to melt. The old wives' tale about getting sick in the rain, that's just not true. So get out in the rain. We really enjoy it.
So the next thing we want to suggest when it's raining outside is movies. So we keep a few movies in the RV year round, and we may switch them out occasionally. But before we leave for each trip, I have a packing list that's pretty standard, and on that packing list is movies. So I let the kids maybe each pick out a movie or two, just any event. If it rains, or even at night sometimes we like to watch movies, but if it's raining especially and we decide to stay in, it's great for them to have choices, maybe something we want to watch. And our camper is set up perfectly for watching movies. We have our recliners on one side, our TV is straight ahead of us, and our dinette is actually extremely comfortable, and we love sitting over there, maybe even letting the kids sit here if they want to. Yeah, and you can see the TV perfectly from there. So movies are a great option.
Yeah, movies are awesome. Next up on the list, board games. So we really like board games, and Townley has really started to take to board games. She's always asking to play one, even if it's not raining outside. So we have a couple of our favorites, and they'll pop up on the screen as I go along. Our very favorite board game here in the camper, it fits perfectly for us, is a game called Camp. And Camp is very unique in it can actually adjust to the age demographic of whoever's playing it. So, for example, it has 4 different levels. And Beckett, for example, he's 3. He would be a level 1. So he would be asked, what kind of animal is that? And it would be a bear or a bird or something like that. And then Townley's elementary school age, so she would be a level 2. Brooke is generally a level 3 or 4. And I at least attempt to be a level 4. So it's really good. It actually does a great job. It's fun for adults and the kids at the same time. So that's our favorite one. Another one that we really like and that I can really appreciate is called Gnomes at Night. And you'll see that pop up on your screen. Gnomes at Night is really, really great asking your child to communicate with you, which is so important these days with screens and texting. And there's kids that can't even sign their signature anymore. So the fact that she has to communicate with me, I'll pop again, like it'll pop up on the screen, and we'll link it to in the link description box below. But it's a really great game that asks her in fun ways to communicate with me. A couple of other really good ones we like, National Parks Jenga, that seems to go along well. We really love the giant Jenga, but it's not really conducive to fitting in the camper. It's so huge. And then Fast Track. We really like the Fast Track game, and Beckett's getting really good at that one.
Yeah,
so.
That's a game really for all ages almost.
Yeah, I think so too. He's starting to get good. He's
probably going to be better than us soon.
So board games obviously are really good, but those are some of our favorites.
So when we see rain in the forecast, we'll often hop on our phones or hop on the laptop and check Yelp and check TripAdvisor. We want to find somewhere to adventure out to that's indoors. So I know lots of people love going camping and hanging around the camper all weekend, but we really consider our RV our home base. So when we're camping, we're out and about, we're checking out new places, and if it's raining, we're going to check out a place that's indoors. So most recently, we went to the Butterfly House at Callaway Gardens. That was a great indoor spot because there was rain forecasted that day. So Always be sure to check Yelp. Ask your friends if they've happened to travel to a place, or check TripAdvisor. There's some great suggestions for things to do and discover that are indoors.
Yeah, and a lot of small towns have revitalized their downtown area, so there's really great shopping areas that are obviously indoors too. So
yeah, just bring an umbrella and rain boots. And
absolutely, you'll be set. All right, fifth on the list is straighten up. Get a couple of things around the RV done. So even during your camping trip, there are things that end up needing to be done, whether it's dishes or straightening up the front pass-through. I know ours gets to be a mess. All of those things can be done while it's raining. In my situation, I'd rather do it while the weather's a little bit worse than to wait till it's nice and sunny out. So go ahead and straighten up those things. Check a few things off that checklist. Maybe inspect the rig. See how it's doing. Check for leaks. So we always check for leaks in ours. And just stuff like that. Just checking a checklist off and straightening things up.
So we save our least favorite for last. Laundry.
Everyone's least favorite.
Laundry. It haunts me. But if you're out camping, and maybe you're there for more than just a few days, generally we need to do our laundry. So if we've gone on a longer trip, we've definitely taken a break in the middle to do some laundry. So it's an opportune time to head over to the bathhouse if they have a washer and dryer and get some laundry done.
Yeah, and even if it's going to rain and the kids are watching a movie, go ahead and do the laundry, and then that way when you get home, you don't have to do laundry. You know what I mean?
Which is my least favorite part of getting home.
Yeah, so our least favorite, but rain is a good time to do some laundry, for sure.
Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to comment below with your favorite tips for camping in the rain. If you enjoyed today's video, and we hope you did, please consider subscribing.
What you doing?
Hey.
We're just sitting here in the camper. I ain't got nowhere to go, just sitting here in the camper. I gotta make sure I don't hit my foot on the strap pod.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was good, right?
I guess so.
Okay.